You
All
cut
right,
out, Alex.
let's go ahead and get started.
Yep.
All right,
Wait,
starting in
wait,
three.
wait, just to make sure Alex was cutting out. Are you good, Alex? Talk real quick.
Am I cutting out? I don't know.
You
Okay.
were a little bit, yeah. Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to an episode of Dude, You Never Told Me, a podcast about three best friends sharing laugh stories and overall a good time. I'm your host, Anthony. With me are my two best friends. We got Devante.
That's me. Welcome, everybody. The dude you never told me.
Welcome. And we got Alex.
What's up, guys?
What is up? For us, it is it's February 3rd. So we have a little bit
Yeah.
before Valentine's Day. And so we'll just get straight to our topic for the week. I want to talk about Valentine's Day. I know we did one episode, Valentine's Day episode last year, but we're back at it again the whole year. That's how a year works. It cycles through.
Thank you for that explanation.
Back at it.
I gotta check in with y'all. You guys have Valentine's Day plans. Alex, this is your second year of Valentine's as a dad, which is very exciting. So and this is you're 1 year in. You're thriving. I think your child was born. You were just a new father at Valentine's Day last time.
Yeah. She wasn't even 2 months old.
So how are y'all adjusting?
Things are going good. Yeah. Baby girl's been adjusting to everything, and I'd say as far as like what we've been up to, so we've been adjusting her schedule because she's been going to bed usually around like 9, but now we're trying to get it closer to 8. Trying to get her on a better schedule. Yeah.
Does that mean she wakes up earlier?
Yeah, she's waking up earlier now too. So part of that is because with the way that things are going at work, I need to take care of her while working. And Chelsea's going to be going like in office. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll need to get her on a schedule that works with me. Like it'll be difficult because it's a kid. You can't control like every second of the day with them, but you do the best you can. So wake her up at a specific time, have her eat at a specific time, have her nap at a specific time, and then finish work. And after that, I feel a little bit more relaxed. And that's more or less where we're at right now. Those are the big changes with her. But on the fun side of things, I asked her to be my Valentine this year. So my little girl is my Valentine.
I've got some. Could she give an affirmative yes? Did you give her a little a card that we got in elementary school? You know what I'm talking about, right, guys?
Those little cheap cards with the cheap candy.
Yeah. No, I haven't gotten her one of those yet. I don't know if I will, but what I did get her is I got her a cute little Minnie Mouse. It's like a Squishmallow, like hug me Minnie Mouse.
Nice. Okay.
So she loves Minnie Mouse.
He wooed
obsessed
her.
with it.
Get her indoctrinated into Disney.
I said you wooed her.
Maybe, I don't know. All I know is every time she sees that character, she has the biggest smile on her face. She points, she laughs, and she's just happy to see that character. So I'm more than happy to make her happy and give her some Minnie Mouse in her life. That's what we did for her big first birthday party, was a Minnie Mouse themed birthday party. So
you get that Disney hook in quick. Disney has a full life spectrum, market. So gotta get Disney. Then they join into like the Disney Princess. Well, then what's next? They go into like the Disney Channel shows.
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
I think
the full vertical marketing vertical.
Right. I think the first Disney princess she's going to get into is going to be the Little Mermaid. She seems to be interested in Ariel. So nice. Why is because she seems to be interested in Ariel. So my mother-in-law bought her like a Little Mermaid placemat, and she's always pointing at Ariel. Like she just wants me to show her Ariel. So I'm like, okay, well, like here she is.
Be careful, here you go. She might become a mermaid.
This is her red hair. This is her little pink seashell. This is the yellow seashell. This is the black starfish. Here's her friend Flounder, and
She's gonna be dyeing her hair red next, dude.
Oh man, maybe I don't know, but
is Chelsea jealous or what? You done wooed your daughter, but what about your wife?
No, I don't think Chelsea's jealous. We've got some plans to go to Le Margot. So we went there last year for Chelsea's birthday.
Yeah.
And we've been wanting to go back. So we made a reservation and we're gonna go again.
How far in advance was that reservation?
I don't know, a couple weeks ago. It's not too bad. Yeah. I usually try to book at least a month in advance for Valentine's.
Yeah, we're lucky because like Valentine's Day is like a Saturday this year.
I was gonna be busy, bro.
Busy.
Yeah. We usually don't go on the day of though. I don't know about you guys. We usually go the day after or before. That's like our thing is.
So are y'all going on Friday or Sunday?
I believe it's Sunday. I'll have to double check the calendar, but I'm pretty sure it's Sunday.
That's good.
Yeah, I think the plan is go to church, leave baby girl with my parents, and then go out with just the two of us, and then pick her up and go back home.
Nice.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I got Chelsea
anything on the. Oh,
I got her a book for Valentine's. Yeah, she's a big reader. It's I'm not gonna say the book.
Yeah, I was about to say this.
What genre book is it?
It's a genre.
That's secretive.
That's all I can say. I'm not gonna out her.
Are you embarrassed by what your wife listens to?
I'm not embarrassed. I just don't want to. I don't want to put. I don't want to put that out there for her. I'm gonna let. I have to talk to her about that one. Make sure she's comfortable with that.
All right. Well, how about, is it fiction or nonfiction? Can you just do that?
Fiction. Yeah, it's a fiction book.
I just have to double check. You know, some people like reading those like history books.
It's like it's like
so secretive, dog.
It's like fantasy. I would say fantasy fiction.
Dude, if it's smut, just tell it's smut. It's fine. Just be honest.
It's not that I'm being honest. I don't know what she would want me to say about that.
It's basically smut. You basically confirmed
you're putting this man in a tough spot, Anthony.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, well, you gotta
whatever it is. I'm sure she'll like it. And did you get her? Are you gonna get her anything else?
So no, I think that's gonna be it. I'm not trying to do anything like too. We don't really do like big gifts for Valentine's. It's like
instead of bouquet of flowers, you'll get her a book.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I'll get her a bouquet of flowers, but like that's just like something that you get. I mean, I don't really think of that as like it's a gift, but it's not like it's like something that almost you're expected to get. You know what I mean?
I see.
So it's like different from like the actual gift.
Sounds like you got some fun Valentine's Day plans. So excited for you. You know, I know you still have a tree up. You know, for those watching our YouTube video, man, still has this tree up.
He's gonna have it up all year. He's gonna have it up all year.
Y'all want me to? I'll do it.
Yeah, you know what? Just make it a running gag. We gotta change it up. You gotta change it a little bit up. You gotta like either rotate it. You gotta move it forward. Make it the central of like our videos. Get people to keep watching.
It saves you the hassle next year.
I've got some fun little ornaments up there.
Yeah, I see I vaguely see like a Goku.
Yeah, I was about to point out it's Goku. Yep. There's a Vegeta right next to him. And then I got Deadpool, Wolverine, you know. We got some good guys up there.
Well, Devante, before I get more sidetracked by his Christmas tree, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Oh, man. As we stated earlier, Valentine's Day is on a Saturday. And so it's going to be packed everywhere you go. And me and Walkina don't want to go through the hassle. Actually, if anything, me and Walkina don't really, we celebrate Valentine's Day, but not really, because the reason why is because our dating anniversary is like February 4th. So whenever we start dating, we would celebrate our dating anniversary instead. And then Valentine's Day was kind of on the back burner. We're like, we already celebrated. Why do we need to celebrate again? So of course I'd get her like flowers and little chocolates because she loves that. But this year, instead of going out to eat, we decided that I know a good butcher place. My friend works there, and so he's gonna hit me up. And I was like,
That
"Let's get some
Wagyu,
steaks, man. Yeah, let's get some
a
steaks
Wagyu.
Okay.
and grill them up on Valentine's Day, and that will be our little dinner." So nothing, no hassle of going out. Just get some really good steaks,
What they
some
said,
nice
I am the
sides.
chef.
Yeah, I am the chef. I will woo my girl with my cooking.
Nice. What about gifts? Did you also get walking a smut book?
Nah, I didn't get her a smut book, but Wakanda doesn't read too many books. Um, so if I were to get her something, it'd probably be Reese's related, like
Okay.
Reese's peanut butter. Like she loves
Yeah,
like
Reese's
Reese's
Puff,
stuff.
Reese's
She just
Puff.
got some Reese's Oreos. Like I guess that's a
that's cool.
thing now. But
Okay.
I have to think outside the box when it comes to to gifts. But I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Nice, nice,
But what
nice.
about you, Anthony? What you got coming up?
Similar to you, we're just gonna grab some steak. So we have Michelle and I, we have a tradition that we usually don't go to restaurants for Valentine's Day. We
Oh,
did
yeah,
it
that's
one
right.
year, and it was just like overpriced. They only let us choose from the Valentine's Day
So like menu.
prefix menu, and they definitely, because it's quantity, they definitely want more people coming in and out. So like they're like, oh yeah, you live just like 2 hours of dining and whatever.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? Let's just cook at home. And so for every year since we started dating, after the first year, we've done Valentine's Day at home, we cooked. And so this year, more of the same. We're gonna celebrate Valentine's Day on that Friday, the 13th,
Oh,
because we got invited to like kind of like a Lunar New Year party that Saturday. So
Ooh.
we're
okay.
just gonna do our Valentine's Day celebration. I got get a couple steaks, grill them up. We get some of like those like Martinelli like apple ciders
Mm.
as our drink of choice. It's a really fun time.
Keep it PG, huh?
Be a PG. Michelle doesn't drink wine. I don't really like drinking wine. I think one year I tried making a Wellington like for Valentine's Day.
Ooh,
So
Remember
Anthony.
Snowvid? Like the when the snowstorm really hit like Texas and
right.
like everything
Oh
frozen
yeah,
over.
Dude,
That previous
it's
Valentine's Day,
so hard to make.
we made like I made like I tried to make a beef Wellington. And
Yeah.
I still remember like because I had the wine left over, like from like
yeah.
the sauce, like the wine sauce. I was just drinking it, and then like we were laughing, like, "Oh, what happens if the snow comes on the next day?" And then it
And it
did,
did.
and it never went away for a week.
Kind of
So
like
you ended
this
up
year.
making the beef Wellington?
I did, yeah, yeah. I
Wow.
mean,
How'd it come out? Those are so hard to make, man.
it's
But
fun.
kudos to you for making it.
Definitely not as good as the one you can get from like a restaurant, like compared
Yeah.
to Mr. Ramsay, not even close. We had the real thing.
Gordon.
Right.
But it was good. I got the essence of it. I got all the steps. I think for me, I
Okay.
think I just ended up like the breading, the casing, the pastry just kind of fell off the steak. So
Right.
Okay. Well, I got a question for you, Anthony. Something that I
oh,
think would be interesting for our listeners.
mm,
So you brought up the Lunar New Year. Can you tell
yeah,
us a bit more about that and like what you do to celebrate it?
we just hang out and gamble and eat.
Is it like
That's all you got to say about it.
is
I
it
mean,
like a
what more?
Vietnamese? Is it
It's
like
like
a Vietnamese style, or are you going like full on Chinese, or which one?
it's like South. I mean, like Lunar New Year is very much a like a Southeast Asian like tradition. So you have it
I
like
mean, like the
China,
celebration
Vietnamese.
style, because
Oh, I
they
mean,
celebrate two. Like
Work
the
with me,
Chinese
Anthony. I'm trying to
celebrate
make a
different
clip
from
out of
the
this.
like they both celebrate different. I've
yeah,
been
I
to
get,
both.
I get. But there's also crossovers, right? Like we have so in Vietnamese culture, we get like those red envelopes with money. But the
Right.
idea is like you go gamble it. You get it and you go gamble.
Yeah.
And so like we're gonna go play we're gonna go play the horse the animal game. But like
Yes.
it's
The dice animal game, right?
yeah, it's it's called they call it backle because it's like it's like three things, so like three color, three animals or whatever. And so like it's you just have like a wheel, you just spin it, whatever animal you land on, you make money off of it.
Right. And you
Uh
place your bid on that
place your
animal on
bid
the
for
table.
some time.
So
Yeah,
there you have
Do
it,
that.
I
folks.
didn't play
Lunar
it, but
New
I
Year.
witnessed it, and it's
You
pretty
should
cutthroat game, man.
it's fun. It's like it's fun because like what different from other gambling game is that you have a host who has like the money.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
if you when you spin, if they don't land on the color they bet on, you as the host get the money. But if they
Right.
do land on the color they bet on, you have to give money to them from your own pool. So like it kind of
The
keeps
only
things
issue
like
I
in check.
had it with it was they're doing it inside of a church.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah.
everything's inside the church. So I'm like, bro, like I would play if it was outside, but inside, come on, man.
So the
Yeah.
Vietnamese church that I went to in Fort Worth, they do it in like the parish hall, or they do it like right outside like the door. Like you leave the church premise, and normally they have like food stands for you to buy like Vietnamese food. But then
Yeah.
on Lunar New Year, they don't that they just have it like the
Inside.
stands of like playing gambling games. That's great.
That's
It's
fun.
fun. But I was like, I don't, I'm saying I'm like a cultural expert on like Lunar New Year, so I can't really answer like what is Lunar New Year. It's
Are
just
you gonna get what is it? The moon cake? Is that what they call it?
yeah,
Or is that
there's a moon cake.
that's Lunar New
Mhm.
Year's, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because like Lunar New Year, as the name implies, it's rather than going off a Gregorian calendar system, you're going off of the moon cycle. So the start of the new moon is what they determine. So this year it lies on like the 20 something. Some years it's like early in like February or like late January. Other years it's pretty late in the year.
Which countries celebrate Lunar New Year?
So we
I think
have
North Korea
China,
celebrates it.
we got China, we got South Korea, we got Vietnam, we got Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia,
Right, nothing.
and then other just various diasporas. Those are the main countries that celebrate Lunar New Year.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
Singapore,
So then so with Lunar New Year, is that like just an additional New Year? Or like I guess what I'm trying to ask is, do they celebrate New Year's Day like in January? And then do they celebrate Lunar New Year on top
Yeah.
of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just an extra celebration, doc.
Okay.
Another
make it more
reason to party,
complicated.
baby.
Don't make it more
Another reason to
complicated.
party.
Another
But
reason
think
to
about,
go
like,
and have a drink.
think about how many other like vacations or like holidays you have after Christmas and New Year's. Not many, so don't take it away from us.
That is true. Between here and I don't even know when the next one is.
Hey, I'm down to add more holidays to the calendar, because then the more holidays, the more days I get off from work.
Yeah, you do. You already have a bunch. So I gotta ask Anthony,
Mm.
did you also get your wife a smut book or no?
I mean, she wants one. I'll can get her one. I think she was reading one about like it's either like football or hockey inspired.
Oh, speaking of football, it's like what is it called? I just watched that movie.
Draft day?
Is it him? Or something?
Oh yeah, him. Did you like it?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It was very psychological
Mm.
movie. But that's
Never
besides
got
the
around to
point, but
watching it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
It's like a
see.
horror film. So
Oh, it's a horror film?
yeah, psychological
Ah.
horror.
Psychological. Yeah, I'd say so.
Interesting. Okay. Sounds
So what do you get, Michelle? Like, do you also get her flowers and stuff?
Get flowers. We get a card. Usually, we kind of come to agreement where we don't really get anything each other for Valentine's Day.
That's valid.
Something very small because I
Yeah,
think
that's fair.
similar to your dating anniversary is like coming up in April, and we kind of go more all out for that. And then
Yeah.
subtly behind the scenes, it's like, yeah, take that, corporate America. You can't commercialize my holidays.
Yeah. I just like to use it as a good excuse to get out. We need more excuses nowadays with the baby.
That's fair. Imagine it's exhausting.
So I gotta ask
Oh
you
yeah,
guys,
we're always tired.
what's some unsolicited relationship advice for Valentine's Day? What are the
Ah.
do's and don'ts? Like for a person who might be just happen listening to us, they just started dating. What are some do's and don'ts? What you got? Or just advice in general. I mean,
Advice
whatever
in
it is.
general.
I think the most obvious do, get her flowers. Make sure you know what kind of flowers she likes and get her some. If she doesn't like flowers,
And the
get
color.
creative.
Well,
Yes.
remember the era? So like, it's funny because when Michelle and I first started dating on our very first Valentine's Day as a couple, I didn't get her flowers, and it's
Really?
because like she told me to not get her flowers, but it was like
There you go.
Was it reverse psychology or
Yeah. It was the reverse psychology moments where it was like,
She trapped you, bro.
she was like, so it comes to Valentine's Day and I didn't get her flowers. She was like a little upset, and then she was like, "Yeah, I thought you would give me flowers, but you told me not to get you flowers." This is the era. Like, this is the era where you're like, "Oh, people
man.
are against flower because they're
You
gonna
can't
die."
you can't tell a man one thing and expect him not to do it like that. Come on now.
Right. That was when we first started
Attraction.
dating. So like, even though now she still says don't get me flowers, I try to get her flowers.
That's valid.
You
That's
know,
And
if we got any lady listeners, just tell your man straight up. Do not tell him no when you secretly mean yes, because he's not gonna figure it out. Just spoiler alert,
yeah,
he
we're
ain't gonna
dumb.
figure it out.
wait, I have to tell you one of the best like unsolicited advice I ever
Oh
got.
man.
And it's
Tell
best
us,
as
tell
in
us.
it's like sarcastically best.
All right.
So this is not related to Valentine's Day, but fast forward to Michelle and I are getting married, and we had to go deliver like an invitation to someone because it was really important that we hand delivered this invitation to that person. So we did. It's fine.
Mhm.
We understand the significance of it. And so when we hand delivered to him, he told us that he can't make it, but he would want to bestow upon us relationship advice for him from him to us. And he's been married for like gosh, like 30 years. So you think it's gonna be
Wow.
sound
The
quality
seasoned
advice, right?
veteran.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Here's his advice. When you fight and you don't resolve it, wait like 3 days and then just move on. That was his advice.
Did you take his
Ah.
advice?
So here's the thing. So this is where it gets kind of funny. So like I'm sitting there, I'm trying to be polite because like, that's to me that's terrible advice.
Yeah.
never involved
Okay,
anything.
cool. Glad we agree.
And so I'm sitting there and like I'm like nodding along and I'm like look yeah like I guess I get it, but like I didn't say that out loud because like that's rude. If someone gives you
Yeah.
advice, especially if they're like a lot older than you,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Be like, oh, you're wrong, like to their face right then and there. And so I sat there, I'm like nodding along, and then Michelle looks at me and she's like, why is he in her mind, she's like, why is he nodding along? And so fast forward to like we get back in the car to leave, and she's like, hold up, I need to check with you something. Did you actually agree with this advice of just when you fight and don't resolve it, just forget about it. Just wait a couple of days and just pretend it never happens. And I was like, oh God, no, that's terrible advice. She said, oh, thank you so much. I was genuinely worried because you were sitting there, you were smiling, you were nodding along as if you agreed with him. That's not the case.
No.
So I guess my
How many
advice.
times have you done that with me?
Oh no, it's just like it's like his advice. You don't agree with it. Like, are you gonna really sit there and argue with them right then and there? Like, I weigh that in my
Yes.
head, being like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna argue with you. Let you
Yeah.
say what you want to say and move on. But I was like, yeah, I did not agree with that advice.
You've never really been a combative person, so it does not shock me.
It just depends on what it is, right? If it's something that's like that it bothers me, then I'll like
If it's
I'll-
completely wrong,
right.
I'll say something. But
Like, for example, like
maybe it worked for him, but not for us.
because it works because they're the older generation where like yeah you could get away with like having a big fight and then like not talking about it and then just pretending
The
because
boomers are
like
different.
you have like you have like the will or determination or the stubbornness to just like make anything work regardless of like of what you're fighting about. But like for me, it's like it depends on who I'm talking to and what you're talking about or like what you say. Like for me, you know, I don't agree with that advice, but some people would say, yeah, that's how you make a marriage work. Sometimes you don't agree, but you just kind of move on. Some people generally believe that.
Some
So,
people, yeah, that is how
but
their relationship is.
I am not
kind of
that guy. I'm the kind of guy who's got to figure out and resolve the discussion then and there. Like maybe I'll give you a few seconds or minutes, usually minutes to cool off, but like I need to figure it out before we go to bed. Like what did we like why are we disconnecting? What, if there's a disagreement and like what
I,
can I do to understand and make you and help you understand my side as well?
I was actually talking. So I was talking to like someone who does like therapy, and they were mentioning how their therapist actually told them that like if you have the mentality where like oh never go to sleep angry, you can actually unwillingly put yourself into a trap. Because if you are having a fight with someone, let's say at 11 p.m., and you have a determination to never go to bed angry, but you just had a big fight at 11 p.m., like, are you going to stay up until like 2, 3, 4 in the morning trying to resolve it? Like at that point, maybe if you're really tired, you're not thinking clearly.
Right. It
And
could
so,
get into more of
exactly.
an
And so,
argument.
like, you got to be careful of the mentality of like, hey, never go to bed angry because like there needs to be some understanding. Like, yeah, if it's like really late at night, like you can pause, the conversation, go to sleep. When you wake up, you're a bit more level headed, more calm
Right.
down, more
That could
rational,
be humbled in the
and then
morning.
and bring that like discussion back again.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes that works too. I've had both ways where it's like, all right, we're gonna walk away from this, but where so it needs to be addressed. Yeah,
Mm.
it's a conversation that needs to be addressed, but right now it's not a good time to address it because we're both heated, or one of us is not in the right headspace to give an answer without hurting someone's feelings. So uh, sometimes that's me, and so sometimes we step away, we have a good night's sleep, and then I get humbled in the morning, and I'm like,
I get humbled.
you know what, I was wrong. I was wrong. And sometimes, no, it's like, I think I was right, and here's why you may have been wrong. And it sometimes it's a valid point. But at the end of the day, it needs to be resolved.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be something that sticks on your heart.
Mhm.
Because if it comes out of your mouth, it's still on your heart, and
Yeah.
that's what needs to be addressed.
I think that's something, Michelle and I, we try to like approach our whenever we have arguments, we try to approach it with like a level head because let's say you are really upset and you say something you don't mean, but you can't unsay it.
Right.
Right? And so like
This is
it's
true.
really important that like, you know, if you're really upset to the point where you want to like lash out verbally to just to be hurtful, maybe that's a sign that you should just, take a break, go to your separate corners and calm down a little bit. Because if you say something and it's really hurtful, you can't take it back because, it just shows that somewhere like deep down, like that's maybe what you were thinking at the time.
Right.
It can
I'll
be really
say
hurtful to someone.
this: the worst that you'll ever come into contact with those types of thoughts is sleep deprivation with a baby. Chelsea and I have had a lot of heart to hearts
Yeah.
at night when we've been sleep deprived, and even the day after because we're just like so tired.
Mm.
But it's all ended well. Nothing's ever gotten too bad in my opinion. But it there's some rough nights, boys. If y'all get to that point, if or when I should say.
Well, we're here for each other.
Yeah.
Oh
We're here
yeah,
with each
yeah.
other.
Wait, I
Just to
have
make it clear, we are more than good, by the way.
I'm just
It's not
saying,
like
if
I
it
know, I know.
does, if I'm messing up, boys, y'all better tell me. Y'all better be like,
wait.
Devante, you need to get your shit together, and
Oh man.
you messing up with walking. Y'all gonna
You're
tell
just
me.
wrong. Devontae, you're just wrong.
Yes,
Just
and
because, I'll be honest with you, you're just wrong. I think
yeah,
you're wrong.
and
Oh
that's
no.
okay. I'll be like, all right, let's talk. And sometimes I know I'm wrong, and I'm like, you're right. You're right, dude.
Well,
I'm glad you told me.
I
Sometimes
have
you
to
just gotta
ask,
let Jesus take the wheel.
Sometimes I gotta take the wheel and let Jesus lead me.
when
That's
y'all
how
have
he
like
really wants you to do it.
when y'all have disagreements with like your significant other or even with like a friend and it gets resolved, do you guys have like a cooling down process? So like or like, oh, once you like solved it, you're like, this is done. We're back to normal.
Yeah, it's like dementia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Where you,
you
I
just
feel
forget
that.
it and keep moving forward.
You just move on, yeah. It's like, okay, like it's not worth thinking about anymore because it's the past and it's just like keep doing what we gotta do. There's more important things than that
But
disagreement.
that's what
so
my spouse. But with friends, you know, I forgive, but I don't forget. So
mm,
with friends, I'm like, we cool, but you in a different light now, man.
so
Or me,
whenever
maybe I'm in a different light. That's all right.
that's it's like actually I'm the opposite of y'all. Whenever I have fights with Michelle after we resolved it, I still walk through like our fight in my head.
Really?
Yeah.
No
Like,
way.
is it like what for? Like, I want to know
Well,
the
it's
backstory
it's
as to why.
it's more of like to look back and be retrospective of like my attitude. So like if I had a fight
Okay,
about with
self
Michelle,
reflection.
it'd be like it's like,
Oh,
oh,
it sounds
like
like reflection.
did I have was I mad because this actually bothered me? Or was I mad because of something else? Or like why
Okay.
was I so defensive about this aspect of like what we were fighting about?
Mm.
Or just sometimes like like how do like if we get into a really bad fight, like how do you just go from like, oh, we resolved it, we were like we've apologized to each other, but like it's still fresh in our minds. It doesn't just go away.
Right.
It still
Yeah.
happened and you still gotta reflect about it. And but it's kind of funny. So I have that's how I handle. So whenever I have fights, with Michelle, like we have our fight, we make up, we resolved it. But I need like an hour or two to like calm down because I'm going through my head being like, did I have a right to be upset? What was her point? Did she make a valid point now that I'm coming out looking at it at a more retrospective? Like,
Yeah.
does she have a good point? Do I have a good point? or like, where does the feeling lie? And that can take like an hour or two. And so for Michelle, she learned that, hey, maybe that's how Anthony handles problems. So whenever I get into a fight with him and we resolve it, I'm just gonna let him do his own thing. I'm not gonna try to like give him a hug or talk to him as if it didn't happen. Because for Anthony, he's still processing it.
Yeah.
I bring this up because one time we had a really big fight, and we resolved it, and so we were doing our own process. So I'm like in the office, I'm like doing my thing, and
Yeah.
she's like in the bedroom and living room. 3 hours later, she peeks her head through the door, like, "Are you still upset? Are you still processing?" And then guess what my response was?
Yes.
Yes, probably.
My response
You
was,
got
"Oh,
mad at
I
her?
forgot. I forgot that I had to be processing my
Oh,
emotions. I should have just forgot. I just started doing like playing. I think I
you
started
got
playing
yeah.
something on my computer, and like so I did do that. I did do the thought processing, but so after I processed, you know what? Hey, I need to cool down. I'm gonna go on my computer and like play a game. And I did that for like 3 hours essentially. I just forgot that we had just finished our fight, and so I forgot that
Oh
it
my
was like
god.
my role was that, oh, because she doesn't know how long it takes for me to process things, that once I'm done processing, I come find her and I let her know that, hey, I'm done processing. And then we're back to
That's
it is
live. You
back
just
to
didn't go
normal.
back to
That day, I just
Oh
forgot. I just was
no.
so preoccupied doing whatever I was doing. I just did not tell her that I had already processed our fight and ready to like
She's like
move
in the
on.
other room. She's like, damn, you
And
must
she's
be
She's
like,
like
really
really?
mad at me.
worried.
Like she's like waiting for 3 hours. Like, oh, Anthony must
Oh
be
man. It's
pissed.
it's like it's almost like imagine like a puppy dog, like you just got through, training him and be like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And then the dog just goes into his little corner all sad, like, okay, like, I'll come back later. And then the dog peeks its head and like, Can I have some love now?"
Exactly. Yeah. I just straight up
Ready.
just forgot to go tell her that I was done processing it. Um, but that's just how, how Michelle and I handle all of our like, fight and post fight energy. Like, yeah, for me, it's like once you have a fight, like, when you resolve it, like the feelings are still there for me. I'm still like heated, especially if it's a very like, very, very tough fight.
Right.
And I think when it comes to friends, I think I'm because it's like situations where I'm not as best like sometimes I can just, like literally just let it go. I don't really care what they say
Yeah,
or what they do
depends how
until like
close you are with the friend,
I
right?
don't like confront them about it. But we have fights. Um, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I very much the energy of like I can forgive, I won't forget. Like some of these feelings like linger for a while.
Yeah.
Depending on what they did, but most of the time, I'm just like, hey, man, it's your life. I typically for my friends and a lot. I mean, you guys know, like, I like to be straight up with a lot of my friends, and if you don't like it, like, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to come at you. It's because like I want your best interest, and you've told me enough information, and then like asked for my advice, and I gave you the realest advice I could give you, and you didn't like the answer. So
Mm.
that's that's on you, dog. Like you asked me, you told me, you asked me, and so I told you back. And if you don't like the answer, it's not because I'm hating on you or looking for your downfall. It's because I want the best for you, and you opened up enough to look into your life to try and give you advice. And if you don't like the advice, like it's not like I'm trying to, like I said,
Feel
it's not
like I
your
know a
downfall.
couple people you're talking about.
Hey, man, it'd be like that sometimes. And so I'm like, I, if we come across that situation, I always, like I said, I always want the best for you, and that's just how my friendship be. Like I want to grow with you, but I know that not everybody can grow at the same pace. So
This is true.
to find someone that can grow with you,
Is
audience.
that your unsolicited advice?
That's my unsolicited advice. Someone that can grow with you, and sometimes that can stop with you because sometimes it's nice to stop and smell the fresh air and look up at the sky and you know just have a
Smell the
pause.
roses.
Yeah, and then it's nice to have someone beside you to do the same thing. And then, but whatever you do, keep moving forward. So that's my unsolicited advice, man.
I think my advice would be definitely learn how each other fight. Because if you learn how each other's fight, when you do have your fights, you know what
You're gonna lose every
to kind
time.
of expect. You
Yeah.
know how if like if they need to like cool down, like quick to anger. It's part of that communication process. Is part of it is that you never. It's like you're never not going to fight. You're going to fight every couple of fight. But a really good way to figuring out good communication pattern is figuring out how each other fight. Like for me, whenever I fight, I go approach it very I start using logic or I try to do whatever. And my tone shifts. Like I go from happy to like very monotone. And for me, when I do that, you can't you really need to, as I always say, listen to what I'm saying, not my tone of voice, because I can go from really happy and cheerful to like straight up serious.
Yeah. I know for me and Chelsea, it was interesting learning each other's because we never really had a lot of arguments or disagreements until like we like had a baby because I think a lot of sleep deprivation really brought out that in us. And so we kind of were learning a lot of new things about each other in that aspect. Is like, man, 10 years later and here we are still learning things about each other. But yeah,
Stop
cuz we
learning
just
anything about your
we
wife. Man.
yeah, we just weren't people who would really get into a lot of arguments, which it's a double-edged sword 'cause it's good. It's like, okay, nice, you're not arguing, but then also it's like, well, once you do, now you gotta figure out each other's styles, what works best for y'all. Because Chelsea is very much the kind who likes to step away. And the problem with me, like I said earlier, I like to resolve, I like to get it figured out. And so she wants space, and I'm like, but I don't want space. I want to talk about this now.
Yeah.
Like, let's just figure it out. And sometimes I'm just too like I'm too in the moment, and I can't give her that space. And so then she'll like level with me, and like we'll work it through. But then other times I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave you alone, and I'm just gonna find something to do. But then we're talking about this as soon as I give you that space.
Man, like I said,
That
sometimes you
works
just need
too.
that space so you don't say something you regret.
This is
You
true.
say it, you don't take it back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming to our unsolicited relationship advice corner. But in other news, the Super Bowl is right around the corner. And I got to ask, this year it's in San Francisco. And it is the Patriots versus the Seahawks.
Yes.
Maybe you're just watching it for the commercials in Super Bowl. I don't know. But I got to ask you guys, who are we putting our bets on this year?
Oh, I got you. The Seahawks are gonna win. Just wait.
Okay.
They're not gonna make the same mistakes they made. What was it? Was it
It was a
2008?
couple years
A
ago.
couple years ago, yeah.
They were in the Super Bowl.
Was it in the 2010s or was it
It was against.
I think it was like 2017, right?
was
Yeah,
it really that soon?
Yeah,
Dude, I went
Richard
through like
Sherman was
a
playing at the time.
I went through a whole a Super Bowl history, like who were the winners, because the
Oh,
Patriots have been in
wow.
Super Bowl since Tom Brady.
Yeah,
The Seahawks have been to Super Bowl since they lost to Tom Brady.
yeah.
And I was like,
It
oh,
was
It was that interception.
2015.
It was
yeah.
that interception. I think right
Yeah, I
at the 1 yard
remember
line. Yep.
with Russ. Yeah, they didn't have beast mode run it in.
Yeah. Hey, he was just there so he doesn't get sued.
I'll
We'll bring
never
that one
forget
back.
that. I was like, what are they doing? Why are they throwing?
Yeah, they
It's
should have
like the
ran it in,
1 yard
but-
line.
But
I don't know, man.
I mean, they won Super Bowl with that roster for the Seahawks, because they went to the one before it, right? Like the 2 ones before it.
Yeah, they're on fire at that time.
Yeah, that was like the
Yeah, they did
golden
win.
era with,
It says they did win the 2014.
yeah, they won that one, and then 2 years later they lost into the Patriots, and that was Tom Brady's last Super Bowl as a Patriot, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so. 2015.
Did he come back? I know, like, he come back to win a few more.
I think so.
Like he
Let me
won
see.
the with
He
the
might have
Tampa
won
Bay, like
one more before.
So
Mahomes.
his last one was 2019.
Okay,
He
so
won
that's
against
before
the
Mahomes
Rams.
era.
Rams. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
And
after
came back
that,
and won as a Buccaneer.
yeah,
just-
and then
just to
after that
prove
was
he
the
could.
Bucks.
And he did.
That was the moment they proved it.
Yeah, they beat the
Yes.
Chiefs and everything. That was crazy.
I too am rooting for the Seattle Seahawks.
Hey, everybody got the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because I feel as if I told Michelle, like, when I was rooting for the Super Bowl, like, other than the Eagles winning, which they did not win, it's very sad.
Okay.
I
Eagles lost.
like people to win Super Bowl, like people who've never won before. I like them to go win it, because there's a sense of feeling. And I was watching the Cowboys documentary on Netflix about like Jerry Jones and the Gambler, and like listening to is it like John Kelly, like the quarterback for the Bills in like like the 90s. That man went to Super Bowl 4 times and lost all 4 times.
No
And so I sat there and
way.
be like, and then he had a line in the documentary. He's like, "Oh, I'll never know what it feels like to be in a locker room that wins Super Bowl." I'm like, "Yeah, he never knew that feeling. What a very sad feeling." Because
That is.
if you're a good player, I think you should try to at least win one Super Bowl. Like, and so I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, like
Team sport, man.
Sam
Facts.
Darnold." I feel like he was like is like slept on from like the Vikings. He took the Vikings to Super Bowl to the playoffs last
I
year.
couldn't
They
believe the
dropped
Vikings.
him.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the Vikings didn't keep
So I
him.
was like, you know what, Sam Darnold, you deserve to win one Super Bowl. Drake May, if you're as good as everyone says you are, you'll be back. Like Sam Darnold, maybe this is his moment. Maybe this is his
You're not
time.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh,
Drake May's only in his second year.
Exactly.
That dude is so young. Like
Like
he very well could be back, or this could be his first win, and he becomes one of the youngest winners.
I'm gonna go for the Patriots.
You want them to win, or you think they're gonna win?
I I don't. I mean, I'd prefer that the Seahawks win, but I'm gonna say the Patriots.
the Patriots.
Okay. What do you think the score will be? You think it'll be close, or you think it's gonna be a blowout?
I hope that it's close if we're gonna be watching.
Right?
Yeah, I would say having a very high offensive games are really nice to watch. Like I don't know if y'all watch like the Patriots versus the Broncos game with like all that huge like ice storm that was like blowing in.
Oh yeah.
And they just scored like it was like 7-3. It was like the last it was like was it 7-10? Yeah, it was 7 to
That
10,
was a
right?
couple years ago.
7 to
Yeah.
10.
No, it was this
thir-
year. It was this
13
year.
10.
Oh.
It was this year. It was
It's 13 to
the
10.
conference game like that happened 2 weeks
Oh.
ago. I remember like
Yeah.
it was such a low scoring game. It was because like the winter like storm really picked up, and so like it was like they scored like one touchdown, and then everything with field goal, and then they're just missing field goals after field goal after field goal.
Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it was the game like
was-
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
It
okay,
was
okay,
the
okay.
one
I was
where
watching
the
that one.
Broncos they had lost their quarterback.
Yeah,
Bo
they're
Nix.
playing. I mean, I can understand the weather.
Yeah,
But they're playing really bad.
It's rough to watch like a game where like it's not very high scoring game because it's
Mhm.
like and it's also
but
rough
that
to
snow
watch
was
it to
picking
blow
up.
off.
That
Yeah,
snow was
dude.
picking up, dude. Like I think they played a replay of like the beginning of the game and then like the fourth quarter, and it's like green,
Green,
and then
green,
boom, it's all
boom.
white.
So I'm hoping for good offense, a good offensive showing. As I told Michelle, I want to see good football, like
I
good
hope so.
smart football. That's all I care about. I don't want it to be a blowout.
Actually-
That's it'll be sad if it's a blowout.
Yeah.
They actually have Drake May on the injury report, but he's not. He's gonna play. I think he's gonna play through the injury, whatever it was. It was something with his leg or something.
It's the last game of the
Must
season,
not be
dog.
too
You better
se-
play
yeah.
through something.
Exactly.
Especially
I
this
think I
baby.
think I heard Tom Brady played through multiple injuries in his many Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah, even Tony Romo.
All
He
of
didn't
them
have
do.
any.
All those
I think
pros
he had
do.
one. But
I'm sure it takes a lot for a pro to admit he's hurt.
what about halftime?
Bad,
Halftime
Bad Bunny?
show?
I'd watch
Bad Bunny?
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Who's sponsoring Bad Bunny? Is it Apple still?
I mean, Rock
Probably.
Nation still does the halftime show.
It's Rock Nation. No, I mean
Yeah.
like it was like Pepsi, and then it was Apple, and then is
I
it
think it's still Apple. Yeah.
Okay, Apple Music.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what he does. I know Bad Bunny is pretty big internationally.
Yeah, man, he won a Grammy,
He
dog.
won a Grammy.
He did. He did.
He won a Grammy. This is his. I was listening to the New York Times do kind of like a story about how like the NFL ended up choosing like Bad Bunny as like the halftime show. It's really funny seeing them like like they just had a hard time booking good talent until Rock Nation came around, and then they started booking like Rihanna. They got like Usher. They got Kendrick. They got all like the West Coast rappers. Got Eminem.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just really fun. Yeah, like
Now they got a South America.
now they got Bad Bunny, Mr. Global Icon.
Yeah, I think that's an intentional pick too of Bad Bunny because they've been doing more and more games internationally, So I think they're trying to make the NFL bigger than what it is eventually. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
what
they've
that
been playing
looks
in
like,
Europe.
but
They had some games in Europe too.
yeah, If you ask me, I think the NFL wants to make an NFL like Europe edition eventually.
I mean, they got rugby over there.
Right? They got rugby over there, but I think the
Soccer.
NFL wants to take football outside of the US and they want to incorporate other countries and make their business bigger, right?
That's always the goal.
Yeah.
But I'll be
Also-
watching out for the commercials.
Commercial.
You know, those are always another good part of the Super
I'll
Bowl.
be
is
looking
the
for
new
some good
commercials.
trailers.
Yeah, the trailers too.
Didn't they
Sometimes they're,
announce
right
that
after.
Marvel is not doing a Super Bowl trailer for Doomsday?
I have no idea. Did they? Is that what
They
happened?
announced it. I think there might be one for Spider-Man, but not for Doomsday.
Well, I'd be happy to see Spider-Man. We haven't seen anything yet. Does that come out in the summer?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Also, yeah, it is Apple Music that's sponsoring.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
The big corpse.
It comes out, so it is coming out in 2016. Yeah, July 2026.
Okay, so that
Yeah,
will
I
the
wouldn't be
next big
surprised if
movie.
there is a Spider-Man trailer in Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I've been trying to figure out who the hell Sadie Sink is supposed to be playing. I've heard so many stupid rumors, and I'm like, I don't know if I believe any of these.
Well, you heard it here, folks. We got Alex with the Seahawks, Anthony with the Seahawks,
Go Birds, go.
me who wants the Seahawks to win, but I'm gonna say Patriots. So there you have it. We'll see you on Sunday.
Game time,
I
baby.
think that's a good place for us to wrap our show as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in, listening to share our Valentine's Day, listening to our advice. Honestly, we're not qualified to give you advice. We're just three married men.
Have a
Well,
pleasure
guys,
So
we appreciate you all
to
being
follow up.
here. If you made it this far, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, give us all the love. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. So we hope to see y'all again soon.
Very much so. And give a shout out to JT for our awesome background. Give a shout out to Leviction for our intro and our outro. Give a shout out to Devante for actually helping us put up the setup together. I don't know if I give enough credit last time we did this, but our new layout for those who are watching
Shout out that CPO, the Chief Party Officer.
comes from Devante.
Boys, trying to
Devante, you
have
got
a good time.
anything you want to say before we close out the show?
Well, everybody, stay warm, stay blessed. Thank you for watching. Dudes you never told me. Have a good one.
Adios.
It's like the monster collab between One Piece and Pop Mart. Next year, Valentine's Day and Super Bowl on the same day.
If it's on a Saturday, Saturdays are for the boys, so the girls are screwed.
Wait,
That's on
Super Bowl's always on a Sunday, dog.
You got
Who-
God, football, and your girl. Which one you gonna choose?
The true test are for the fans whose team is in the Super Bowl.
Oh man,
They gotta make a
Steelers go to the
decision.
Super Bowl?
Do you drop like $1,000 to go see your team play Super Bowl? Do you drop your $1,000 to take your girl out somewhere?
Or you bring your girl, you drop $2,000.
$2,000, yeah.
to bring
All
her
right.
to the Super Bowl.
Just saying, if any of those teams play in playoffs Super Bowl, we're going.
I'm going. You're gonna drop $1,000.
We're gonna try to go.
Yeah,
That'd be a
that's,
company
We'll be
outing.
Dude, you never told me.